Hey guys, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Whenever you are watching this or listening to this is Kevin Fernandez with L2 Mindset. Love yourself, lead yourself. I am very excited to be talking with you all this morning about something that it took me a long time to understand, something that I had to have a lot of conversations with mentors and coaches about. And even once I learn about this, it was still something that it was a hard concept to follow up on, to execute on. So I want to read to you a quick excerpt from a book that I love. It's called You by Price Pritchett. So it's a book that was introduced to me a few years ago and has been a game changer. I mean, it's been a game changer. It's a great book. I will recommend you go and get it. It's a short read, but it's extremely powerful. Extremely powerful. It's about how to create quantum leaps in your life. So again, You by Price Pritchett. That's where I'm gonna be reading this from. So it says, I'm sitting in a quiet room at the Millcroft Inn, a peaceful little place hidden back among the pine trees about an hour out of Toronto. It's just past noon, late July, and I'm listening to the desperate sounds of a life or death struggle going on a few feet away. There's a small fly burning out the last of its short lived energies in a futile attempt to fly through the glass of the window pane. The whining wings tell the poignant story of the fly's strategy: try harder. But it's not working. The frenzied effort offers no hope for survival. Ironically, the struggle is part of the trap. It is impossible for the fly to try hard enough to succeed at breaking through the glass. Nevertheless, this little insect has staked its life on reaching its goal through raw effort and determination. This fly is doomed. It will die there on the windowsill. Across the room, 10 steps away, the door is open. 10 seconds of flying time, and this small creature could reach the outside world it seeks. With only a fraction of the effort now being wasted, it could be free of this self imposed trap. The breakthrough possibility is there. It will be so easy. Why doesn't the fly try another approach, something dramatically different? How did it get so locked in on the idea that this particular route and determined effort offered the most promise for success? What logic is there in continuing until death to seek a breakthrough with more of the same? No doubt this approach makes sense to the fly. Regrettably, it's an idea that will kill. Trying harder isn't necessarily the solution to achieving more. It may not offer any real promise for getting what you want out of life. Sometimes, in fact, it's a big part of the problem. If you stake your hopes for a breakthrough on trying harder than ever, you may kill your chances for success. Would love to hear your take on that, see how you feel about that. But really, I mean, how powerful is that story? Because in my experience and working with a lot of clients and other people, I have seen how we just think, I just need to work harder. I need to work harder. I need to work harder. I just need to do more. I just need to do more. I just need to do more. But really, if you've been doing something for a very long time and it's not providing you the results that you want, maybe it's time you quit doing that. I'm not talking about changing your career or business or whatnot. I'm talking about changing your perspective, taking a different approach, looking at what you're doing and understanding, you know what, this is not working. What is the different approach that I can take? Because while a great work ethic is a phenomenal thing to have, success is not just about working hard, it's about working smart, right? So you need to understand that what you're doing, if it's not getting you the results that you want, doing more of the same thing can be pointless, right? Again, look at your situation, look at the specifics, and you have to decide this for yourself. But again, when you know, like just take some time to really think about what you need to do to get your business to the next level. If you want to 10x your business, 100x your business, working harder will probably not get there. I mean, if you're already working 40, 50, 60, 70 hours a week and you want to 10x your business, well, working harder, what are you going to do? Work 700 hours a week? It's not possible, right? There's not that many hours in the day. It's not humanly possible to do that. So you have to change the approach. You have to look differently. You have to change your perspective. You have to use your perception in order to improve your results. At the end of the day, that's what it's all about. It's your results. Are you getting the results that you want or are you not? And I'm talking about in all areas of your life, right? If you're wanting to have success in life, that means that you have success in everything that's important to you. Having a lot of money in the bank, but being miserable and in horrible physical shape that you can't stand, that's not success. You have money, but that's not success. Success is whatever you want it to mean for you, right? You have to define success for you. But I think we will agree that we can say that success is doing what we want on our own terms, spending our time doing the things that we want to do with the people that we want to do them with, right? And having the freedom, the option to do those things. And so it's about having a clear picture of what you want and making sure that you're executing on a daily basis on those things. But again, when you look at your business and what you're doing at your career, and you see, man, I've been doing this for 6 months, for a year, the same thing every single day, and the needle's not moving. Maybe it's time to look at a different approach. Again, never change the goal, change the strategy. Never change the goal, change the strategy. I think a lot of us, because we don't take this approach, we're just being told like, hey, you just need to work harder, you just need to work harder, you just need to work harder. I think what happens is we set a goal and we work as hard as we can. We push ourselves to the point of exhaustion, and we don't see the needle move. We don't see us getting closer to that goal. And so we know that physically we can't work any harder. We cannot put that many more hours. Like, we're already at max capacity in hours. I mean, even if you're putting 20 hours a day, if it's not getting the results that you want, how many more hours can you do, right? And how long can you keep that up? How sustainable is that, right? You need to make sure that you are working smart. You need to make sure that you're moving the right direction. I'll tell you this. I know a lot of people that are making a lot more money than the average person, working a lot less time, spending a lot less time in their work, in their business, in their career, right? Is it because they're better than them? No, it's not because they're better. I mean, we're all good people, right? I believe we all want to do good. I believe we all want to succeed and provide for ourselves and for our families and our community and do big things. I do believe that we all want that innately. Now, some people have uh, blocked that from their life because they have hit so many setbacks and disappointments, and they don't really know how they could get out of the current situation. And so then they told themselves this idea of, well, I don't want any of those things, right? But it's because they've lost hope. So if we can help those people get their hope back, then all those big goals will resurface again, because we are, spiritual beings that want to grow, that want to do better, that want to become more, so that we can give more, so that we can add more value. But if we are just working hard, working hard, working hard all the time, working harder, and we don't see any progress, I don't care who you are, you're going to get disappointed. You're going to start losing some momentum. You're going to be like, what's the point of this? Right? So you have to start thinking about, what are the things that I need to do on a daily basis, on a weekly basis, on a monthly basis, that are really going to move the needle, not that are going to help me grow by 5% or 10%, but start thinking outside the box. Like, start thinking big. Like, what can I do to double my income this year? What can I do to turn my annual income into my monthly income? When you start asking yourself these big questions, and you ponder on them and you meditate on them, and you take quiet time as away from social media, from TV, from radio, from podcasts, from anything, any distraction, you set time aside Write the question down on top of a piece of paper and go by yourself somewhere in nature or in a room by yourself and just ponder on that question. How can I turn my annual income into my monthly income? How can I double my income this year? How can I serve twice as many clients as I'm currently serving? How can I, whatever it is, like, you need to think bigger. You need to think bigger because we think on frequencies, right? Everything is energy. We attract what we are. So if we are thinking bigger, we become bigger and we are going to attract those bigger things into our lives. The bigger the question, then the better the results we're going to get, because the better the answers we're going to get. Right. But it's not only about asking yourself the question, is once you get the answer, and if you are a religious person, you might say, this is God speaking to you. If you're not, it's your intuition or the universe or whatever it is. I mean, just the answer comes from within, right? Like you don't have to go outside for any answers. I think a lot of people, they go outside really for confirmation because they know deep within what the right answer is for them. Because again, when somebody tells you, hey, this is the right answer, well, this is based on their perspective, based on their experience. They're not in your shoes. So I'm not saying don't listen to anyone. I have plenty of mentors and coaches that I truly respect and listen to. But at the end of the day, I take that information and then I digest it. I have to take it to myself and go within and be like, okay, does this really feel right for me? For me, I've done things in my life that a lot of people thought they were illogical. They told me, man, I don't know how you can do this. I don't know why you're doing this. Like, are you sure want to do this? And it felt right to me. So that's one of the biggest things that I want you to understand. Like, when I'm talking about L2 mindset, love yourself, lead yourself, you have to love yourself enough to listen to yourself and take action on the things that you know are going to make you feel good, that I feel right for you to get to the next level based on what you want, because nobody will ever know what you truly want. That's you. That's your internal desires. That's your deepest desires, your deepest goals. You have to take the time every single day or every single week, at a minimum, every single week, to go by yourself and ponder on what you want your life to look like and whether you're going the right direction, because there's no such thing as staying still. We're either growing or we're dying. We're either getting better or we're getting worse. We're either improving our results or letting them go backwards. So there's no staying still. Every single minute of the day, every single week, we're either improving and moving forward toward our goals, or we are moving away from them. So, how much time you spend each day, each week, pondering on your goals, on the picture of what you want for your life, and getting emotionally involved with it, so that then you can change the way that you feel, your vibration, so you can take the actions that you need to take in order to get to the next level. That's what's going to determine how fast you can manifest these things, how fast you can create these quantum leaps. Quantum leaps are not about just working harder, it's about thinking different, it's about changing your thinking. When you change your thinking, it's going to change the way you feel. The way you feel is going to change the way you act, the actions that you take, and different actions are going to provide different results. And once you start getting those different results, they're positive, they're going to fit into your attitude. Now it started with a thought, you started with a picture, with an idea that is just based in faith, thinking, you know what, this is what I want for my life. I'm not sure how it's going to happen, but I believe that it's going to happen if I can stay emotionally involved with it, if I have faith. But what happens is, eventually, you get so emotionally involved with it, you start taking the actions that you need to take in order to get the results. And once you start seeing some results, you create evidence that things are happening and you're moving that direction. And that fits your mindset, that fits your confidence, that gives you a boost of confidence, that is now a lot easier to continue down that path of improvement and moving toward that goal, that large goal, that quantum leap, right? I mean, a lot of people that I've talked to, they set goals for growing 5, 10%, 20%. But when we're talking about that goal, they're not really excited. They're like, yeah, I set this goal. I mean, a goal should excite you. A goal should excite you and make you nervous at the same time. It should make you want to get out of bed in the morning, excited to work toward it, and it should make you want to stay up late working toward it, right? If you're not excited about your goal to the point where you're constantly thinking about it, it's not the right goal, my friend. So I want to make sure that you are taking time to reflect upon your life, what you want to happen, and understand that you can make whatever you want happen. Circumstances don't matter. You can change the circumstances by changing the way you think. We've all seen proof of this. There have been plenty of people that come from very tough backgrounds, deal with a lot of hard problems, with no money, no connections, no experience, and they've been able to achieve massive things. So it started with their thinking, their faith, their belief in themselves that they could do something big. And from that belief, they operated, right? What you believe, you will prove. So again, as you go throughout your day, go throughout your week, just keep in mind that working harder, doing something that has not been working, doing more of it is probably not the answer to changing the results that you have, to getting the results that you want. You need to make sure that you take some time to revisit your strategy. Don't change the goal, revisit the strategy. All right, guys. So thank you for joining me. Hope to see you guys again next week. Every Thursday, 8 a.m. We're here. So just want to thank you for taking the time this morning. Hope you all have a phenomenal day, phenomenal week. And remember, just Kevin Fernandez here. Love yourself, lead yourself. You'll have a great week.